Bureau just releasing the retail sales report. This is from August. Americans spent $732 billion last month. That was on food services and retail. It's up 0.6% since July. Now, this is significant since today also marks the 100-day mark until Christmas, signaling the official start of the holiday shopping season. Economists are closely watching these numbers to see if there is any shift in the way consumers are spending now. Joining us is the CEO of Your Money Line and host of the podcast, Pete the Planner, Peter Dunn. Peter, wonderful to have you. So I'm curious, right out of the gate, what do these numbers mean for the economy, especially as we do approach the holiday season now?
It surprised economists. Economists said that they thought we'd have a 0.2% increase over July, and we went 3 times that. So, Kelly, here's what I think. I think, number one, this means that the Fed will likely lower, I just scared everyone out of their Cheerios this morning, lower the interest rate by a 1/4 point tomorrow, as opposed to some speculated that could be a 1/2 point. I think if you would have seen these numbers lower at that 0.1, 0.2, Fed would have said, uh-oh, we better lower interest rates. Now, as for the holiday season, I think this is really encouraging. A lot of the spending categories were up, other than things like personal care. So, Kelly, I don't know what that tells us about the people we're around. They're spending less on personal care month over month. But other than that, it's a pretty good report.
Well, that's great. Great news. You know, we know at the same time, though, Peter, you know, August is a month where families do spend a lot of money on back to school often. Did that have any major impacts on the numbers we're seeing now?
It's tough to tell because of what you consider to be a department store. Actually, department store spending, if you're thinking the classic Walmart or Target, down 0.1% month over month. So I don't think that had a massive impact. I will say this, that we did not have as big of increase in car sales as we've had in previous months. So that actually made the numbers a little bit more modest. But I'll say I still think eyes are on October to say, if there's inflationary impact because of the tariffs, it should likely come in October because the Supreme Court will not rule on the legality of the tariffs until at least November. So October's like this special window. Are people really going to feel it or not? And I think so beyond the Fed, Kelly, that's what people are watching right now.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how those numbers play out there. How are retailers using this data to finalize any strategies for the holiday season now?
You're seeing a lot of cost-cutting measures in regards to even like value menus at fast food restaurants. You're seeing retailers come down. I will say anecdotally, was at a big box store the other day, all of the perforated tags were ripped off of the clothing, that are typically there. We can see the price printed. And there was just a sign on the rack that had the price, saying that they could change it whenever they wanted. I found one item that still had its tag on it, and I will tell you the sign on top of the rack was $7 more than the tag on the item. So you're seeing retailers play all sorts of interesting strategies in this trying and dynamic economy.
Yeah, well, that leads me perfectly into this next question, because I wanted to ask you, is there any way we, the consumer, can benefit from knowing these numbers, this data report, how it breaks down, and what likely lies ahead here?
That's a great question, because we want increased spending in a strange way, because almost 70% of our economy's success is based on our fellow Americans spending money. Now, I have to tell you, for your own personal economy, saving money every once in a while is a good thing. But when these numbers come in this morning, like they have, it's a good thing. It means the economy is still growing, and there were concerns earlier in the spring that it was not growing. So this is, again, good news.
Oh, good. We love good news here. Yeah. Peter Dunn, thanks so much for delivering it for us. Great to see you.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.